Hello and welcome to Discover Downtown. We're in downtown Stoughton at Grand Inspired at 501 East Main Street. And I'm here with Darren Bell. And just a reminder, WSTO TV is on TDS Channel 12, Spectrum Channel 981, on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV, as well as on both your Android and iOS devices. So Darren, tell us about yourself and how you got into this business.
All right. Well, I'm Darren. Like you said, I'm the general manager here at Grand Inspired. This is a family business, so it really started with a dream from our family to restore a historic building here in Stoughton. And I was actually living overseas as it started, as we first found the building. So I had to look from far away as I was sent photos and videos of the building in its really just sorry state that it was in. And I tried my best from overseas to start and to help with the planning of the business itself. What do we want to accomplish? What are we trying to do? What necessities are there for actually starting up the business in terms of paperwork and all of that good stuff. So there was a lot actually that I was able to do from there. And then moving over here at the early last year, I was able to help in the final process of refreshing the building, making it so that we had all of our displays set out. And so since that time, I've done more and more with the classes here and helping our business to maintain, and it's been a wonderful experience.
Well, all right, so tell us about the classes you have, because you have a whole bunch of classes.
Yeah. Well, Grand Inspired, we really want to encourage people to get their own hands onto the work that they have in their home. Our gallery is filled with handcrafted works, and as part of that, we want people to feel that same experience themselves. So we do classes that range anywhere from something a bit more advanced for some of our more senior members here to very simple projects that people can do just in an afternoon or an evening. So we have one coming up tomorrow where a group of people contacted us to schedule a private class for making charcuterie boards. They just wanted a nice, fun afternoon with their friends and family. So everyone will be making their own unique serving tray, and they get the experience of planing down a board, seeing it go from something rough and dirty to this beautiful, polished piece of wood, creating a special design, putting in handles, anything that they might want. So those classes have become more and more popular since we started, more so than I would have thought when we first started this business, and it's been really fun to do.
Awesome. And so you have a maker space. What kind of equipment do you have in there?
Sure. So our maker space it's a step above what somebody might be able to have in their own garage, workshop, something like that. So we have tools and equipment like a large 20-inch planer, 8-inch jointer. We've got a saw-stop table saw, which is a nice modern technology in terms of safety. And then a variety of other useful equipment. We have a CNC, which I do beginner classes on. And all of those tools and equipment are just slightly larger than what's normally available for people to work at home with. So it's a nice step up. People are able to do a bit larger projects than they might typically be able to at home, and a bit more refined work than what they're used to as well. So people coming in here who have been woodworkers most of their lives are still quite impressed with what they're able to accomplish here with a step up in the quality of their tools.
And so then with all these tools, you must go through a lot of wood. Where do you get all of the wood?
We do, yeah. And so we have a variety of sources of wood, but they're all locally sourced. We like to source our wood responsibly. And so part of that is ourselves being a member of the Urban Wood Network. What that is if there is a city that needs to clear out wood, they maybe have had storm damage, or maybe there's a piece of a tree that's growing in an unsafe manner and they have to clear it out. They will mill that wood down and dry it so that different businesses around the area are able to purchase that wood from them. So that's ensuring that wood that would normally just be cleared and chipped up and turned into sawdust or burned is having a second life to it. It's being put to use in a really special way here.
All right. And with all this wood and all this woodworking stuff and the people who do it, what type of products do you have in this in your store here that people make and sell here?
So we have a pretty broad variety of different products here, but all of them are designed to make your home more beautiful. So we have, like we're sitting at here, large pub tables, we have dining room tables and benches, we have more decorative artwork that you might see behind us. These on the wall back here are called spirit shields. They're these decorative art pieces by Jan Yankee. She will find pieces of wood in the forest and incorporate them into a painting to make something really beautiful. So our work can't necessarily be pinned down except for the fact that it's made by hand and it's made with care in a way that is hard to find in other places. So our business and our passion is such that we really want that care to go into anything that's being made here.
All right, and so what makes Grand Inspired unique from, all the big places around?
Yeah, like I was saying, that care that goes into a piece of work, it has a connection with that artisan who made it. And so when you walk in here, when you see our pieces that are on the gallery floor, you can feel that creativity of the artisan. You can see how they took a piece of wood and saw something special in it and created something beautiful from it. And there's such unique ideas that are going into all of these pieces where you'll walk in and say, wow, what a great idea to do with this thing, whether it's reclaiming a piece of an old whiskey barrel to become a spectacular trunk for your house, or whether it's taking slats from an old tobacco farm in Stoughton and turning them into an end table. You'll find ideas that really speak to you, and it feels good to have those items in your home, and that feels special to us here.
Okay, and what type of online presence do you have? Do you have a website and social media?
We do have a website and social media. Our website is www.grandinspired.com. There it will have most of the products that you'll see in the gallery are available for purchase there. As well as lists of our events that are coming up, as well as our classes that we'll be putting on. You can sign up for classes there as well. Our events are posted as soon as we can think of them. So our next one coming up will be a gallery night. That will be April 21st. And that will be a collaboration between some of the galleries here in the Stoughton area. Able Contemporary Gallery, Woodland Studios, and then Zovar Fine Art will all be putting on shows that night for people to experience all of the arts in downtown Stoughton.
And how do you come up with all these different things to do? Do you just have an aha moment, or is it just kind of
sometimes it's an aha moment. Other times it's working with the other businesses and galleries in the downtown area. We try to collaborate as much as we can to make downtown feel special to not only the people who live here and see it every day, but people coming from out of town who are coming into Stoughton, and we want it to be an experience. And I want being here to be an experience for myself as well. So I really want to make something that just feels fun and it feels active here in this area, and I think we all want that here. So,
all right. Is there anything else you want to tell us about Grand Inspired?
Well, like I said, it started with that dream of restoring a historic building, and as part of that, there is that mindset of making something from what could have been thrown away, what is just laying there. And I think that our mindset, bringing that here into Stoughton and seeing that same mindset in all of the other businesses in Stoughton, it's making this area really something special to experience. And so I hope that others will come here and be part of that experience and see what we have to offer, take a class, get a unique piece of furniture for your home, or just see what we're doing here.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. We're here with Joanne, and you're the owner here at Grand Inspired.
Yes, co-owners.
Co-owner, yes. But you're also involved with the Stoughton Downtown Merchants Association, which is kind of how we're getting this show up and running. What is the Stoughton Downtown Merchants Association? Who can be a member?
Great, thanks. So the Stoughton Downtown Merchants Association is a group of people who own businesses that provide retail, hospitality, entertainment within just the downtown area. So we wanted to be able to focus on just that specific area of Stoughton that is walkable. You can go from end to end, within about 10 minutes or so. Most of the buildings, or all of the buildings, have a historic background to them, and so we hope to combine that experience of downtown Stoughton with the historic flavor of downtown Stoughton, with great things to do and to have fun.
And what are the bounds of that area?
Yeah, we go from Page Street on the west to the railroad tracks on the right, so just about a block away from Grand Inspired, and then 2 blocks on either side of Main Street, north and south.
Okay, and what kind of projects are you guys working on as a group?
Well, we're just getting started, so things are coming together in terms of what kinds of work that we want to do as an organization. So part of what we hope to do is to do marketing and publicity for downtown Stoughton, to encourage visitors to come here. And we're all small businesses downtown. We're, single owner or partnerships with people, and along with having a small business comes a limited budget. And so things that we can't necessarily do on our own, together as a group, we can. So marketing outside of Stoughton, doing ads in publications that are targeting people who might want to come to Stoughton to shop, to visit the Opera House, to do fun things downtown.
Yeah, and if somebody wanted to become a member of the Stoughton Downtown Merchants Association, who do they talk to?
Yeah, well, we have our current officers are myself, so I'm Joanne Grassman, of course, and I'm the vice president of the SDMA. Ingrid McMasters from Spry Whimsy is the president. Brian Johnson from Cheesers is the treasurer, and then I serve as the secretary as well. We're just doing new elections for officers again, but anyone can contact any of those 3 people. We also have a Facebook page, and our email is stoughtondowntownmerchants@gmail.com.
Okay, so anybody within that bounds can be a member. What kind of things, are there any big events that you guys are doing as a group, or?
Yeah, what we're looking to do right now is actually join with and support events that the Chamber is doing and that other groups are doing. So as you know, as everyone knows, right, Stoughton DeMai is going to be coming up in May. So the Downtown Merchants Association will look to work with the Chamber on that event. Coffee Break Festival is during the summer, and we'll work with them on that event to make sure that those events both benefit the event itself, but also our downtown merchants. You know, how do we get people from the Coffee Break Festival at Mant Park to then also stop downtown and shop? So those are the kinds of things that we'll be working on, not new events, but really looking at events that are already going on. Art Walk is another one that we'll be working closely with the Arts Council on Art Walk. And helping to plan that as well. So really bringing more people to the table for events that are already going on. There's a lot that's happening in Stoughton already.
There's always a lot happening in Stoughton, and the downtown businesses always seem to be kind of left out of those things. So it's really nice that you guys are bringing it all together. And
thank you. Yeah, that's our hope. It's a hard thing to plan events and to have them accomplish both what the event is intended to, and also to have a benefit for other areas of the city. So that's what we hope to do for the downtown.
all right, sounds good. Is there anything about Grand Inspired that we missed on the previous interview that you'd like to talk about?
Oh, thank you. Well, I think that Darren covered classes and the makerspace, and I'm not sure if you guys talked about custom work that we do. So we build custom furniture for people as well. Sometimes people come in and they see something that they love, but it's just the wrong size for their space, or they'd like it a different kind of wood, and so we can design and then build custom furniture for people as well, and that's also becoming a very fun part of our business.
And what about like gift certificates, like for your makerspace? Can somebody buy somebody a membership?
Yeah, yes. In fact, we had a number of gift certificates that were purchased over the holidays, and those members are joining in and beginning to start making things in the makerspace. So yes, we have gift certificates available both for the makerspace and for the gallery, of course.
And what about for classes too? Does that work for that?
Absolutely.
So you can buy somebody a birthday present of a class.
You could buy somebody a birthday present for a class. The other thing that we actually do is if you have a group of people and you'd like to plan a class just for your group of people, we'll schedule a private class for that group.
And what size group does that need to be? Like, is there a minimum?
We usually try to have at least 3 people. And we did a group of 11 once, which was a challenge. Probably 6 or 7 is ideal for on the upside for that.
So we know you have the Art Walk coming up. What other events do you have coming up?
Oh, we have a really cool thing that we're going to try right on the Stoughton DeMai weekend, and that is a member-made show. So we have lots of people who are members in our makerspace, and they are continually making things. So we're going to have a show that features just things that our members make, and it will be everything from small little items to tables that people are starting to prepare for that. So that will be the weekend of Stoughton DeMai. Another fun event that we have in the summer is in conjunction with the Coffee Break Festival, and that's our mug show. We did the first one last year, and we'll do another one this year where we bring in about a dozen different ceramic artists, and they feature just mugs for coffee. But every kind that you can imagine. So it's a very fun show as well.
Sounds good. And you're in this beautiful building. Can you tell us a little bit about this building?
Oh, yeah. You know what? This building has a really unusual history. It actually started out as 3 buildings. And so the original walls that you see here, the walls are original. They were built in the early 1890s. And this structure housed 3 storefronts. It was 2 stories tall, so the bottom level was some kind of store or retail, and then the top level people lived in. And that building fell into disrepair in the early part of the century. And a gentleman by the name of Ingvar Rambo bought the building. He was from Milwaukee, but he moved his family here, bought the building, basically hollowed out the interior of it. So took down the walls that framed the 3 different storefronts, took off the 2nd story, kept the outside walls, put on the domed roof, and then it became a Hudson automobile showroom. And so that was its second life after those 3 retail spaces was a Hudson automobile showroom. That, as we all know, unfortunately didn't last all of that long. But then the building was the Doughboy Feeds building, and that's its historic name, is the Doughboy building. So that's what people know it by. And then it was a few other businesses in between, but basically sat unused for almost a decade before we purchased the building in 2021 and restored it. So that's how it got its shape and a little bit about its history.
Awesome, thank you.